If you're applying for a U.S. entry waiver, your ability to enter the United States depends on 7 critical factors that will determine whether you get approved or denied. Today, I'm going to walk you through each one. I'm Dan Joffe, dedicated U.S. entry waiver lawyer at NextLaw, where we specialize in helping clients overcome their inadmissibility issues. In this video, you're going to learn about these 7 crucial factors and understand exactly how each one impacts your U.S. entry waiver application, knowledge that can mean the difference between approval and denial. Part 1, individual circumstances. Every single case is unique. Think about it. Your life story, background, and situation are all specific to you. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection will examine everything: your employment history, family ties, and travel reasons. That's why your application needs to be carefully crafted to reflect your personal circumstances, not filled out like a generic template. This isn't just another form to fill out. It's your unique case, and your application needs to be treated as individual as your situation. Part 2, nature of the offense. Not all offenses are treated equally. A minor assault when you were young, that's different than more serious crimes. Drug trafficking or violent offenses, those are much harder to get approved. Immigration violations like overstaying your visa, those have their own specific requirements. The type of offense that you have directly impacts your chances of approval. Part 3, time since offense. Time matters a lot. How long has it been since your conviction? The more time that's passed, the better your chances typically are. Let me give you an example. If you were convicted of an assault when you were 18 years old and you're now 54 with a clean record, that looks very different than a recent conviction. Part 4, rehabilitation evidence. This is crucial. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection is assessing risk. What are the chances you'll commit an offense in the United States? The key to this decision is proving rehabilitation, showing them that you're not the same person that you were who committed that offense. Letters of reference, proof of employment, and community service aren't just papers. They're evidence of your transformation and proof that you've changed. Part 5, application quality. Most people don't realize that the quality of your application matters tremendously. Your application has many different parts, and they all need to work together to tell a consistent and a compelling story to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. These applications can be very complex, but what's critical is ensuring absolute consistency between every single part of the application. This eliminates potential red flags and maximizes your chances of approval. Part 6, past waiver history. Your history of waivers matters. If you've applied before, that creates a foundation in the U.S. government's records. Previous denials can and very likely will impact your current application, but what's crucial is that your new application needs to address the reasons for your past denial. That's why it's essential to get it right the first time, but also why you shouldn't give up if you've been denied before. You need to ensure your new application addresses what led to the previous denial. Part 7, CBP Officer Discretion. Here's the truth that no one talks about. Even with an approved waiver, the final decision to enter the United States always rests with the specific U.S. Customs and Border Protection officer you encounter at the crossing. Think of it like this. The waiver is your ticket to the game, but the individual officer you meet at the border has the final say. Now, you understand the 7 key factors that affect your waiver approval. Remember, there are no guarantees, but understanding these 7 factors puts you in a better position to succeed. If you need help with your waiver application, schedule a free confidential phone call with me. The link to book the call is in the video's description. Thanks for watching.